Hey guys, it's Mr. Sheline. I wanted to make this additional content here to help you along when it comes to word equations that you'll be getting when we're balancing equations. So right here I've got this sample worksheet that I got from online. I haven't figured these out yet, and I'm going to be doing this in real time. And I want to go through with you how it is that I solve these and how it is that you can solve them and balance out equations. Okay. So I'm going to be basically just be working with number 1 and number 2 in this video. Let's just dive in. Let's take a look. So I'm first going to use this worksheet, and I'm going to first walk through of how I'm going to begin this and figure out how it is I'm going to put this together. Okay, and then we're going to go to these blue sheets here and then balance it on the blue sheets. So I'm going to zoom in just so you can really see it. So this number 1 here, it says zinc and lead 2 nitrate react to form zinc nitrate and lead. Okay, so let's figure this out. So I'm going to use my pen here. So I'm looking at this and I'm picturing what this would be in my head. So zinc and lead 2 nitrate react. Okay, so react to form. Okay, so these are my key words. Remember those hints that are in the notes in 4.1 notes? So zinc and lead nitrate. So this is telling me that these two guys, these are going to be on my reactant side. Okay, then react to form. So that's going to be, so here I'm going to write this. So R for reactant, this is going to be my yield sign, and then zinc nitrate and lead. So here's what I'm thinking that's going to happen. So I think that this is going to be, okay, so zinc and lead. So I'm just going to write these down just as I'm thinking of them. So and then lead 2, so Pb, nitrate. And nitrate is NO3. Now remember though, NO3 only has a charge of -1s, 2. So that's what I'm going to look like. So we're bringing back, making formulas out of the names from Unit 3. So that's what we're doing here, guys, okay? So don't be too intimidated. We've already done this and we've already tested it. You've been tested on it, so we should be good here. So lead 2 nitrate, and this is what lead 2 nitrate is going to look like, is going to react to form, so yield sign, is going to react to form zinc nitrate. So it's going to be Zn, NO3. I believe that should be 2 again. Let me double check here on my list, but zinc should be, yeah, zinc is 2+, and NO3 is still just 1 negative, and then lead. And lead's just going to be out here all by himself because he's not a diatom, so he's a metal. Okay, so he doesn't naturally form in 2, so he's just by himself. Same thing with zinc up here. Okay, so this is what we're starting with, but we should notice that this is not balanced, or I shouldn't say we should notice. We should make sure that this is balanced out. So let's just take a look at it. And let's just make a T-chart just to be sure. So what I'm going to put the T-chart. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it over on the blue. Okay. So what we figured out here is what we're working with. Sorry if this looks weird. Okay. So we've got zinc and then lead nitrate reacts to form zinc nitrate and lead. So let's just double check to make sure that we have a balanced equation here. We've got zinc, we've got lead, we've got nitrogen, and we've got oxygen. 1 zinc here. Looks like we've got 1 lead. We've got 6 oxygen and then 2 nitrogen. Still have 1 over here. 6 oxygen, 2 nitrogen, and still 1 lead. So it looks like this is pretty much all set and ready to go. We have a balanced equation here. Okay, and I do have the key. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Like key's saying I've got this. So yeah, so it's already solved. It's already, or not solved, but it's already balanced. So we really don't have to worry about it. It's good to go. It is good as is, which doesn't really happen all that often, to be honest. Okay, now let's take a look here at number 2. Okay, So it says here aluminum bromide and chlorine gas react to form aluminum chloride and bromine gas. So again, let's look at those keywords. So aluminum bromide and chlorine gas. I'm going to put the R up here actually, just so I have more room down here. And chlorine gas. And ooh, this is going to, I'm going to put a D for diatomic. Okay. React to form. They react to form. So that's going to be my yield sign. And then aluminum chloride and bromine gas. Okay, again, diatomic. So aluminum bromide. So I'm just going to start writing this out. So aluminum bromide. Okay, and just let's see here. Aluminum's going to, let's see, aluminum is 3 plus bromine is 1 negative. So that's going to be AlBr3. And chlorine gas, which is just Cl2. And it's 2, again, because it's it's diatomic. Okay, react to form aluminum chloride. So that's going to be AlCl3 because I know aluminum is 3 plus, chlorine is 1 negative. So AlCl3. So aluminum chloride and bromine gas. So that's going to be Br2. Because remember, bromine in Hofbrinkel is also a diatom. Okay. So here's what we have to work with. And it looks like Br3, Br2, it looks like these are off. Cl2, Cl3, those guys are off. So maybe we got to solve for this one. So let's go to the blue sheet. So it looks like we're working with aluminum bromide, chlorine gas, yields to form, aluminum chloride, and bromine gas. Okay, oop, and I gotta zoom out, sorry about that. Zoom out here. Okay. So, okay, and this is all good to go because I know because I've double checked these two are good. I've double checked the charges when writing this out. These are good, and that's something you've got to do when you write these out. Okay, so and then we got to make our T-chart. So our element, number of atoms on reactant side, the number of atoms on product side, yield sign. Looks like we're working with aluminum and bromine and chlorine, and that's pretty much it. Okay, there's 1 here, 3 bromine, 2 chlorine, 1 aluminum, 3 chlorine, and 2 bromine. So it looks like these two are just going to be flip-flopped. It's pretty simple. This looks like this is a single. This is going to be a single anionic replacement reaction. So that just means that the anions here have swapped places. So bromine and chlorine have swapped, and that's pretty much all that means. So just it's interesting and it's important just to know where's who and who's where and all that good stuff. So let's just look at this. So it looks like nobody's in 2 different compounds, 2 different locations on product or reactant side. So let's just figure out who we start with. Aluminum, 1 to 1, can't do anything with that. Bromine and chlorine are pretty much the same, just swap places, so it doesn't matter who we start with. Let's maybe start and focus in on bromine. So we got a 3 here, 2 here. Okay, so because we have a 3 here and a 2 here, that means that we have to work with basically the multiples of these two. Easiest multiple, let's change these to 6. So 2 over here. Okay, and that's going to change that to, excuse me, sorry, just blanked. 3 is going to change that to 6. It's also going to change my aluminum to 2. And then I got to change this guy to 6, and I'm going to put a 3 here so that it's now 6, and that doesn't change anything else. Okay, so my aluminum has now changed, but I'm not going to worry about aluminum just yet because he's still just kind of out there. He's the last one we're dealing with. Let's go down here to chlorine. So we still have to get chlorine to change, which looks like we just have to do the same thing, just on different sides. So chlorine, since it's 2 and a 3, we'll get it to the multiple. Its multiple, which is 6. So chlorine, we're going to put a 3 here, change that to 6. And then that doesn't change anyone else over here. This guy needs to change, so I'm going to put a 2 there, because 2 times 3 is 6. Then it's also going to change my aluminum to 2. And it looks like I've got a balanced equation, because I've got 2 to 2 for aluminum, 6 to 6 for bromine, 6 to 6 for chlorine, and then my completed balanced equation here is two formula units of aluminum bromide, and then 3 molecules of chlorine gas. They're going to react to form 2 formula units of aluminum chloride, and then 3 molecules of bromine gas. And we have our balanced equation. All right, so that's pretty much it. So the biggest trick here by this point is just making sure that this is all correct. And that's something that you have to focus in and practice the most when it comes to the word forms. So anyway, so that's the example of word problems here and how I solve them, and hopefully this helped you. If it doesn't, make sure you get a hold of me, and so we can figure out what to do. So anyway, that's it. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.